What's going on, everyone? It's Darkshard the YouTube Assassin, and I'm very happy to play for you guys The Legend of Zelda, this absolute NES classic. So, as we start going through the story here, I'm going to start off by letting you guys know that these secrets, this whole run that I'm going to do, is going to work on every single type of Legend of Zelda game that you'll find. That includes the Game & Watch, the Nintendo Switch, Virtual Console, the actual original cartridge, if you still have the original cartridge, and all the other sort of makes, remakes, reissues, and whatnot, like for the Game Boy Advance and whatnot. So the first thing that I wanted to let you guys know is that when you get started, if you are playing this on the Game & Watch, the Zelda Game & Watch that had come out, what you may want to do, one of the cheats for it, is to actually go to a new file, and then you're going to press and hold the A button for about 5 seconds. It'll automatically get you right into the game, and you'll start with max hearts. You won't start with all the gear or anything like that, but you will start with max hearts. So here, I'm going to start off with my little retro over here, and we'll see how we do. Obviously, the very first thing you're going to do, it's dangerous to go alone. Take this, and you're going for that sword, which is absolutely amazing. A lot of nostalgic feelings here, like from playing it on the original NES. So what I did was I actually ran around a little bit, got some rupees, which is the currency that they have in this game, and then I also got some bombs, which you could get from blue Octoroks or blue Moblins. And what you're going to want to do is just set up this bomb right here. You're going to enter into here, and this is your first kind of Moblin that's against Ganon. So he's going to give you 30 rupees, which is really going to help you to gain all kinds of other things, other equipment that you're going to need. And one of the first things we're going to do is come over here, and we're going to go into this cavern. We're going to get a candle. The candles will light things up. That's going to unlock a bunch of more secrets for us. So here we go. We're going to get this candle. Now, don't worry when you see the guy disappear. If this is your first time playing The Legend of Zelda, when you go back in there, he'll be back in there with the stuff again. You just don't have to buy another candle, obviously. These candles, the blue ones, are one use. There is another candle later on that you can find in a dungeon, and it'll just continuously be used. So here we're going to fight these Octoroks. We're going to keep going this way. There's a couple of secrets here and there that we're going to unlock as we go along, just to make us a little more beefy, a little more, able to handle the dangers of Hyrule. And little fun fact, this is supposed to be the quest that you get if the Hero of Time... Oh, wait a minute, here we go. Another secret to everybody. We'll grab this one too. Another 30. This is the game in the timeline. If the Hero of Time from the Ocarina of Time on the N64, if he loses to Ganon, the world falls into ruin, and this is the first game of the Fall of Ruin. So what I want to do here is I'm trying to avoid this guy here, but there is a bush that you were going to be able to burn here, and it's going to hold another secret. And this is even before us getting to the very first level. Oh, I keep missing it. One of the things that really sucks about being, like when you first start off, obviously you start off with no weapon. You have to actually go and obtain that wooden sword, which is your first order of business. Then you have to obtain a larger shield, which will be able to deflect those things. But in this thing here, we're going to go for the heart. You can go and get the medicine, but I strongly suggest going for the heart. If you are playing on the Game & Watch and you already got that, you already have max hearts, then, it would only make sense for you to go and actually get the medicine rather than the heart. So those Zoras are a real pain. Here we go. Here's another bush that we burned down, and then we're going to go in here. And this guy, oh, he gives us 10. Well, that's what we're going to need to buy a shield. I know there was the shield that the guy had, but there are secret shops which have much cheaper items. So let's try to avoid this guy. There we go. So we're going to go in here. And he also has meat. The meat you could actually use in order to get past certain Gorayas. And then, you know, if you're in a pinch and you really have the rupees to spare and you want to get the hearts, you could buy the hearts if you needed to. But now we have a big shield, so now we're a little more able to block and sustain. We have like a little more defense. The only other thing you may want to get, if you have the time, is the blue ring. If you really, really have the drive to like walk around and collect 250 rupees, 255 is your max. But if you have, you know, 200, then you're able to go and do that. Now, let's see. May want to go and get like one more heart or something. There's a lot of areas in here where you can burn and or even blow up with you know, your bombs, and it'll be a guy who will take like 30 rupees from you. He always says, you know, you pay me for the door repair charge. He's a pain. These are the Tektites. We're gonna get through these guys. And later on we'll get a bracelet where we can move one of those 4 stones and it'll make a roadway there. Stopwatches are always nice. That way you can just fight these guys without them fighting you back. I don't think I could get that rupee. Yeah, it's too far. If I had the boomerang, I'd be able to get it. So here we go. We're going to take out these guys as well. Levers, they're called. There we go. There's a lot more money that we could use. And then we're going to switch to our bombs over here, and we're going to blow up the rock wall that's here. There we go. Put on the blue candle just in case I ever accidentally knock them, you know, like drop a bomb by accident. So there we go. We got another heart. So look at that. We've got 5 hearts already, and we've just started the game. We're about like 8 minutes in, if that. So now we're going to go back to the actual first dungeon. And this game, it was actually kind of cool. It had a map that it came with, and certain things were filled in, not the entire map. And, you know, they wanted you to explore and basically find the secrets yourself. And there were a lot of secrets in this game, believe it or not. For, you know, an 8-bit adventure game, it was pretty wild. It really was. Okay, so here we go. Let's get this guy as well. Come on, punk. There you go. And we'll go up this way. Take these guys out too, see if we can get a couple of extra hearts. So that we are able to just throw these laser beams from the sword. Which I think makes the levels a lot easier. The walking pattern AI was completely unpredictable. It was just, they bounce anywhere. Wherever they could bounce, they will bounce. There we go. Alright, well, we'll go into the tree. And what we're going to do here is, this level is the eagle. So, it's kind of shaped the way it's named. So what we're going to do, we're going to go this way, we're going to fight these bats, and we're going to get our first key. Keys obviously are going to open the door and, you know, obviously fulfill their mission. But before we go through the middle door here, we're going to go on the right. These are the actual feet of the eagle, or the talons. And there's another key right there that we can get. And fighting these Stalfos, this is going to be like really easy. We're just going to stand back and shoot them from a distance. That one Stalfos was holding the key, and it was obvious which one was holding the key because, you know, he was just walking with it. I like to finish them off just for like extra rupees, and sometimes, you know, they have fairies or whatever. In this one, you couldn't bottle the fairies, obviously. We'll discuss that more later on. There we go. We'll take this. We will take this guy out. There we go. Now we'll come up here. If I can make it. And here are some more Stalfos. We'll take them out as well. Now, I'm going to show you a trick in here. One of the things that I like to do, honestly, and I don't know why I do it, I like to make sure that I save the keys just in case. And when you get further into the game, when you get to further dungeons, you'll actually find a key that will allow you to, you know, just open every door. You don't need any keys whatsoever besides this one. But this is what I like to do. I like to find these little secrets. So that's a little shortcut that takes us further up. Now, we're not going to go that way yet. We're going to go this way first. And we're going to go and get this compass. There's a bunch of keys all around. That's what these bats are called. They're called keys. K-E-E-S-E. There we go. So now with this compass, we know exactly where the piece of Triforce is. And then we're going to go this way. And there's going to be more keys. Now, I'm going to show you what awaits you over here. You'll have this door over here, and obviously you'll have the locked door. You'll need the key, which you obviously have, and you'll be able to like open that door. Or you could defeat all those keys, and you could go back this way and just go up through this room, and you don't even have to worry about using that key. Now, there'll be plenty of opportunities for you to use these keys, but later on, you know, like you may want to start off a different level with the actual with a spare key or two, so that you don't have to go scrambling looking for a key. We'll take out these little drop things. Push this, that opens this, that leads to this, and there'll be an old man giving us a secret. Yeah, that you had to kind of figure out yourself, like what the Eastmost Peninsula was and whatnot, what secrets was he talking about. And of course, we will go through all those secrets because this game is a lot of fun. I remember back in the day speedrunning this for, I think it took me like an hour, and I didn't even go and get all the power-ups and, you know, all the hearts and whatnot. So we're going through the neck, and then we're going to go to the beak of this eagle. First, we're going to take these guys out, these Garayas. And of course, these are the low-level Garayas. Drop bombs, which is good. We could use those. We'll hit them from a distance. We've got the laser beam, so that we could just shoot the lasers at them, or the laser sword. Now, this is what we want in the beak here. This is going to be one of our first secrets. We're going to just kind of avoid those traps there. Then we're going to go down this staircase, avoid these keys if we can, and you'll find the bow, which is pretty much a staple of this game. It actually didn't make an appearance in Zelda 2, The Adventure of Link, but it was pretty cool to like have. Now we'll have to go and find a vendor that sells the arrows, and then of course, when you use the bow, it will expend rupees. I don't know why each arrow is a rupee. That's how they counted the arrows for some reason, which was really odd. But it was what it was. Alright, so now we'll go through here. Go back, and now we're ready to go through the right wing of this eagle. So we'll use a key and open this door. You don't have to fight everything. I like to fight. I don't know why I do, but... Alright, these Garayas, we're going to take them out. We could just run through that door there, but they hold something very valuable that you're going to need. There it is. They have a boomerang. So now defeating them in this room gives you the boomerang. I like to put on the boomerang rather than put on any of the other items, just to save me some headache of just in case. Now this room, this has the wall masters, so my strategy is just stand here and just shoot at them as they come out of the wall. If they get too close, don't be afraid to, like, you know, move further up and away from them. Here's this key here. If they grab you, you're gonna be going back to the beginning of the level. That's where they're gonna drag you, and then you're gonna have to fight all those enemies all over again. Now this is the first boss. I like to stand back here as long as I have the sword being able to shoot, and as you can see, none of his bolts will hit you, so that's the place you want to stand. Gives you an extra heart, and we're gonna go and collect our first piece of the Triforce here. So there we are. Absolutely amazing. It's just really nostalgic. Now we come out of here and we're gonna go to our next level. We're gonna get like a couple of other things before we go to the next level though. One of the things I want to do is I want to go and get that blue ring, which is going to give us, not just make us look blue rather than green, but it also gives us like just a little extra staying power. I think it's the most expensive thing in the game. I haven't seen anything that was more expensive than that. And then of course, you know, we'll try to do the second quest at a later time and see what goes on there. That of course is a dock. We need the raft in order to get through there. And of course I'll show you where to get that. I'll show you where to get everything, including a bunch of the secrets, like little secret areas and, you know, secret things that you could push and pull and whatnot, so that you can get extra money really quick. This guy sells the shield, look at that, 130, we got it for 90. He sells the arrows for 80. Now we'll come up to this area, and this is going to be a little tricky, even if, you know, especially if you're very low powered. You're going to come here, and we're going to hit this middle, I forget what these guys are called. That's hilarious. But yeah, we're going to hit that guy, and we're going to go into this thing, and there is the key. And a cheaper version of the meat. So there we go. We'll go get this, well, not the key, the blue ring. And as you can see, now we'll be able to take like a bunch more hits. The only thing that they've got besides this one is the red ring, and that is going to be in a dungeon. I'll show you exactly how to get that as well. Now, let's see. I'm actually heading for the 3rd level, so I don't want to do that yet. And then, you know, like you have openings like this. Some of it is money-making games. Some of it will be the medicine woman. And the medicine woman will not speak to you until you give her the letter from the old man. That lets her know that Link is cool and, you know, help him out. So I'll show you where to get that letter a little bit further up into the game. So let's head over to the 2nd level. But we're going to do a couple of detours because we're going to get, of course, a couple of power-ups, a couple of extra things to help us out. We're going to open up a couple of spaces. Yeah, that letter from the old man is really important, especially if you want to go and, you know, get that thing. Oh, there's also money-making games, and this is something that, like, I'm going to tell you, like, if you're playing the Nintendo Switch and you're playing the Virtual Console, you can actually cheese this game and get the blue ring and a whole bunch of other power-ups really early on in the game. All you have to do is go over to the money-making game, make sure you have enough money to play the money-making game, and then gamble. And if you miss the gamble, if you mess up, all you have to do is use the Nintendo Switch's rewind feature, and you can rewind and then redo the game until you get it right. And then you could just keep doing that until you get, you know, the 255 rupees or beyond. It just, you know, like you're able to get everything early. You're able, like the first, you know, like minute or few minutes of the game, you're able to like go and get all that stuff. So here we go, another unhappy Moblin giving 30 rupees. It's a secret to everybody. They don't want you to know nothing. Or they don't want Ganon to know, obviously. They don't want to be, I guess, destroyed by him. You don't want to mess with the boss. These pea hats are a little bit too, or these levers. Those are the pea hats. The flowers spinning around. Okay, so now these Tektites here. We'll take them out, and then we'll also get inside of this rock, believe it or not. This thing will have another secret for us. I keep hitting the wrong thing. It's over here. And we'll switch to the boomerang and we'll throw it so that we can get this thing. There we go. Now we'll get in here. There we go. So now we got another heart. Look at that, getting stronger and stronger every second. And then here we go. We're going to go this way. Going to fight a bunch of these guys. The most annoying thing are the Zoras. Like, those things just aggravate me. The fish people. Oh, they make me crazy. Absolutely insane. And I'm trying to get like some hearts while I'm like walking around here. Man, I haven't played this in forever. There we go. Let's just take a peek in here. There we go. There's some more money. Another 30 rupees. Nice. So now we'll come down here. And there's going to be another secret here. There we go. Look at that. You can make crazy money. There's another 30. Look at that. We could pay for another ring if we wanted to. Although, it just doesn't make sense to pay for the ring. You've already got the ring. You don't need, like, 2 of them. Trying to burn that bush and these guys are, like, really messing with me. These moblins obviously are super tough. There we go. And we have like another section where you could have bought like one of those shields, the hearts, the meat. And here we go, we're going to go to level 2. We'll take out these guys, get some more hearts. More rupees. Go up this way. And we'll head inside. Now from here, this one is the Crescent Moon level. Each of the levels had their like own name and whatnot. It was pretty wild. So these are called rope. So we'll just hit them with our laser sword from a distance. These things, the way they attack, like they'll just go around corners, and then once they have a clear shot at you, that's when they'll like just pounce towards you. See, like those 3 guys, they just came at me in any direction, in fact. So you really want to be careful. Take these guys out. That'll let this door open. We'll go in through there. Another key. And there's more of these snakes here. Take them out. Get that fairy. You could see where like a lot of later Zelda games came up with a lot of concepts. All based on like this original game, which was kind of cool. And then it got kind of confusing how every game there was a Link and a Zelda. And what that meant. It was like really wild. So here we go. We already found the compass. The compass obviously is going to let us know where the piece of the Triforce is. And the other thing that I'm going to do is just save on keys. You could bomb all these walls and just walk through it. Which is really amazing. Look at this. So already we also have the map. There we go. So now we're going to take our time. We're going to go up the right side first. Then we'll go up the left side. just so that you can see what's involved. A lot of goodies along the way. Definitely want to take these moblins out, because now we'll be able to get the silver boomerang like they have. Well, they don't have it now. They're still throwing the wooden boomerang, but... Here we go. Take this guy out. There it is. Silver boomerang. That boomerang will fly further. It'll stun the enemies for longer, because it does stun enemies. Let's get that. I don't think we need to take these guys out. I'll take them out anyway, just in case. Yeah, they didn't drop nothing. Okay, we'll go through here. We're almost to the top. Bunch of these little shell things. Ah, 5 rupees, very nice. And then you've got this old man who gives you the secret. Dadango does not like smoke. He dislikes smoke. Give him all of the smoke. So now I'll go all the way down and then go up the left side. I know for some people like this is kind of like tedious, like going back and forth like that, but you know, for me, it's a lot of fun, honestly. I do enjoy it. So here we go. Here we go. These guys, we'll take them out. Again, go up. If you go far enough, the enemies will respawn. But here's like a really wild thing to know. Let's say I defeat all the enemies except one. That one enemy will remain, and whenever you go through any of the levels or any of the areas, that one enemy will be the only one left. That'll be the only one you see. So like, if I would have left that Goriah there and I would have came back, obviously not if I would have died in this level, but if I would have came back, that Goriah would still be there. I could, like, you know, just go real far. I could go all the way to the end of the level, come back. He'll still be there. If you beat the game, he will not still be there, obviously. Or you know, you beat the level. It'll all reset, but, you know, remember that when you're out in the real world, when you're out in the above ground, because that actually stays. I don't know why it doesn't work in the dungeons, but it actually works in the overworld. You could be in the overworld and you could leave one creature, you could go into any of these dungeons, battle anything, and it'll remain there. Alright, let's take out this thing now that we've got all these hearts. We could fight from a distance, which is nice. Go back up through here. And a bunch of Goriahs. And we're going to have to fight these Goriahs just so that that door will open. The door beneath us to the south and the door to the north are both locked until you defeat all the enemies. So here we go. We'll take this guy out. There it is. And they gave us some more bombs, which we really don't need, but I'm going to take them anyway. And then we have the Dadango, this second boss. So what we're going to do is we're going to feed him those bombs. If the bomb blew up in front of him, it would just stun him. So there we go. It looks like we got a full bottom bar of all hearts. And we have our second piece of the Triforce. Look at that. And I'm telling you, I'm pretty sure that you could speedrun this in less than an hour if you really, really tried. Alright, now we could go to level 3. Which is where we kind of were before. Take some of these guys out. Bombs that we don't need. Yeah, they drop bombs. The blue Octoroks will drop bombs. I don't think anything else does. No, we'll go through here. There we go. Get my boomerang. The boomerang, you could like stun them. But this is one of the problems that we have, is that this wooden sword, or sword, everybody calls it the wooden sword because it's brown, but it is the beginner sword. It's kind of weak. It's kind of weak. And if we really want to do some damage, we really got to get like a more powerful weapon. And also, if we really want to like save our skins, we need to be able to like heal ourselves. So I'm going to show you a couple of spots that you can go to so that way you get what you need to kind of become like a little more of a powerhouse. Thankfully, we got the blue ring. The blue ring will actually, you know, like prevent us from taking a hell of a lot of damage. So over here, by the edge here, there is a secret, and you're able to just walk up. I keep screwing this up. I don't know why. But you're able to like walk up into like a secret staircase. There it is. That leads us here. And here is another moblin that is going to give us all kinds of coins and whatnot. So he maxed us out. These pea hats are annoying. Yeah, money making game I don't like playing, but honestly, like, if you have the Nintendo Switch, like I said, you are able to play that money making game and just rewind time if you picked the wrong thing. So now here's the letter for the old woman. This, once we give it to her, it will let her know that like Link is cool, and to just, you know, help him out, sell him some medicine. And I always say go for the red medicine, do not go for the blue medicine. The blue medicine is 1 use, the red medicine is 2 uses, and you know, that's the difference between life and death if you're in a dungeon, if you're in a pinch, in fact. So you definitely want to make sure that you get that one. And then the other thing that you want to do, oh, 1 second, this area right here, remember it, because we're going to come back to it later, but we're going to do that for now. Go forward, back, and then forward, so that way like it takes you back outside. Otherwise you might be like doing that for like a little while, going in circles kind of. There we go, that Lionel that was there. Now we'll get the better sword. There we go. So now this will one-shot the things that have been taking us 2 shots to kill. And then of course there is the third sword, the Master Sword, which you do not have to pull out of the out of anything, and you're able to basically like one-shot most creatures. It is the best sword. I'll show you how to get that at a later time. So yeah, this girl, that old woman, you know, like that's what the guy was talking about, the old man. He says, you know, the waterfall is the secret. So you would pay her and she would give you some sort of secrets, but you don't need them. That's why you're here. You got me, and I'll explain them all to you. So now let's see. There is a secret over here. There we go. And we'll go into this hole. And here's our first interaction with the old lady. So we'll select a letter, and we'll hit the button, the B button. So now 68 for the 1 medicine. If you don't have the money, you could go with the 40, but you got to remember that the blue potion, the blue medicine, is only 1 use. Once you use it, it's done. The red one, once you use it, it becomes the blue potion, and then once you use it again, then it's done, and then you can go get more potion. The potion does not stack. You cannot get a blue potion and then get another blue potion and it become red. That's definitely not how that works. So just keep that in mind, you know, so that you're not wasting any money or anything like that. Especially now, because, like, you know, it's a precious commodity, those rupees. And we'll just keep going. We're going to go now to the third level. The third level will get us to the fourth level really quick. And then on our way to the fifth level, we'll pick up a bunch of goodies that we can use. Yeah, give me that fairy. I need that health. I need those hearts. See those Octoroks, if the blue ones, if we had the old sword, it would only, you know, it would take 2 hits to like take them out. Same thing with these red moblins here, or these orange moblins. The blue moblins now will take 2 hits, where they only took, where they did take like 3 hits prior. So now, you know, fighting everything is a lot easier. Love it when I get 2 for 1 there. See what this guy's got. There we go. Oh, he's got more bombs. Alright, no problem. We will go into the third level. Now this one is called Manji. Alright, it kind of looks like the it kind of looks like the bad guys from WW2, their symbol, but it's really not. So now these things, these big blobs here, because we have this sword, we're able to take them out in one shot. If we did not have this sword, what would be happening is that we would hit them and they would separate into like those little droplet things. So, you know, it's really important that we get this sword so that way we're not, you know, taking way longer with this fight than we should. Oh, these guys, I hate these guys, these dark nuts. The problem with these guys is that you have to hit them either in the back, the foot, or the head. You cannot hit them head on because it's like they have a shield. So, as you can see, you know, like I'm hitting them from the side. See, I hit him, you know, just front on and nothing happened. But the thing is that they change position like so much. And then the crazy thing is, like, you know, if you have a bunch of them in the room together, oh, that's going to cause all kinds of problems. So here we go. We've almost got this. Now we've got our way of figuring out where the Triforce is. This is going to be a little tricky. We'll get that trap to move and then we'll open the door. See, a room like this is kind of like a pain to get all these dark nuts. There we go, got them though. And if we didn't have this sword, it would be even tougher to kill them because you'd be taking like a lot more shots. So we're lucky that we did the right thing and got this sword. And then it's kind of hard, like, you know, you want to like give them room so that they can move, but you want to get there at the same time. So let's go down here. And there is the raft. This we definitely need because we're going to be able to get to the 4th level with this thing. And we're also going to be able to access a couple of other things. So you definitely want to make sure you get the raft. Oh, these guys are so difficult. Especially, like I said, once you got like a whole bunch of them together like that, oh, it's just, number one, it's dangerous. Number two, it's just pandemonium. You know, in obtaining the blue ring and this sword, we're actually doing pretty good. We probably would have been dead already if it wasn't for like the gear that we have on right now. And there it is. Did all that just for a bomb. Not that that was a bad thing. So here we go. Let's take a look. Oh. Alright, those blue things are like spirits. If they touch you, you are unable to move your sword. You're unable to strike for like a little while. It's like a couple of seconds. but it's enough to like really aggravate you. So just, you know, be careful. Try to avoid those things. It really becomes a pain when you're trying to, like, you know, fight something and those things are hitting you. So here we go. Let's take these things out. And it gives us another key. I thought that was a secret there. Now if I go down here, I think this is going to bring us back to like the room that we were already in. Yeah, it does. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to go to the north side now. The Triforce is going to be on the right arm of the Manji, but there's still a couple of more secrets to be had, so like we'll go and get like a bunch of other stuff. This, you push the block, that's what opens the door. Where normally you would just have to kill the enemies and, you know, that'll resolve that issue. Yes, I got the sword from the old man on top of the waterfall. Do you know that if you attack that guy that gave you that clue, as soon as you attack him, his fireballs will shoot balls of flame at you? Or, you know, just projectiles? It's pretty wild. I've done that a couple of times. I've done it by accident and I've been attacked and I've been like, oh man, this dude's gonna kill me. Alright, come on, Keys. There we go. That'll open the door again. It really sucks that they don't have like speed control for like what these guys are saying. Like, look at this. Gotta wait again. Yeah, if you're ever bored, you have the health, just smack them with your sword and then run. Because those fireballs are gonna, the two fires on either side of them, they're gonna shoot at you. Alright, we had to go this deep before we could find the map. By the way, the stopwatch does not affect the traps. Now we gotta get these guys so that we can get into the next room. Man, come on, dude. There you go, take the L. Alright, what's in here now? Bunch of keys and those things. See, now he hit me. I'm unable to use my sword, so in the meanwhile, just to take out the bats, I'm gonna use my boomerang. Now, the real crazy thing is that they don't take health, those things. As you hit them, no health is taken. Or as they hit you, no health is taken. So now I'm gonna go up in here. I'm gonna get my bombs ready. This is going to be this massive, like, four-headed piranha plant thing. And the bombs take it out real quick, as you just saw. So there we go. Our first heart in the second row, and now our third piece of the Triforce. Such nostalgia. Such nostalgia. Alright, so now level 4 is not going to be that far. Level 4 is going to be, in fact, like very close to like this area that we're at right now. And in preparation, I would say, you know, definitely make sure that you've got, you know, your health, you know, your medicine. Make sure you got the blue ring. Make sure you've got the second sword. So what we're going to do, we're going to continue across here, and there is the pier. We're just going to get on this and our raft will take us right across, and there we are at level 4. But before we do that, we're going to get a couple extra things here that we're going to need. Well, actually not that we're going to need. I'm going to spend some money just so that I could get rid of some of this rupees, because we're going to have like a lot of rupees like before this is all done. By the time you're done with the game, you definitely will have, like, you know, max rupees. You'll have 255. I don't know why 255 was the max, but you know, you could have every item and whatnot. It's just, it's pretty wild. It's pretty wild. So let's see. This one is the snake. It's completely shaped like one, like a kind of one that's coiled. So start off over here, and we will take out all these keys. Now this gets a little bit tough. If you were so inclined, we have enough hearts where we could have gotten the Master Sword. To get the next level sword, you know, like from the base sword, you have to have a certain amount of hearts, and we definitely had more than the hearts that we needed in order to get it. Now, exactly what's going on here, those giant gel things, if I did not have this sword, that would happen with those gel things. Those blobs, as soon as I hit them, they would divide into two. So that's what's happening here. These things are called Vire, and the bats are called keys. So if I had the Master Sword, I'd be able to just one-shot these things without any issues. And that's the problem with, you know, like having just certain things and not other things. It's really a pain when you're trying really hard to get through a level or something, and now you have to contend with all these other things, you know. But we'll get through it. We'll get through it. I'll show you where the Master Sword is. Still, I'll show you where everything is. By the time you're done looking at these walkthroughs, you will have every single item, you know, both found in the dungeons and found in the overworld. You will have every single item that you can purchase. You will have every single item, you know, like mystical, magical. There's, you know, like you see where the blue ring is, where the raft is. Those are like special items. They're, you know, like always active pretty much. You don't have to like switch through your inventory in order to use them. You know, you'll have everything. And then you'll have 255 rupees. You may even have like a ton of freaking keys. You'll have max bombs. You'll have max, just everything. I'll show you exactly how to do it all. So we're going to use this candle, and we're going to point it away from these things so that they don't burst into two of those drops. So here we go. We'll take them out. They're nice, easy. They're slow. Beat them down. There we go. Come up here. See, like this is kind of dangerous here with these Vire, and then they'll turn into keys, and then you'll be trying to fight these things, and those bubbles will be messing with you. See these guys, man. That is such a pain. The fire helped out, but like it's a one-use fire. It's not the red candle. Yeah, there's all kind of spells that you can find in this game. There's going to be like a lot of things. And you'll see, like, honestly, a lot of this stuff really, really set the pace for future games. And I honestly liked the second Zelda. I don't know why some people, like, really hated it. Okay, now, these, those things that look like pancakes, they're called likes. So, if they touch you, they can, like, swallow you. And you will lose your shield, your big shield. You'll have to go buy another one. So we definitely do want to avoid that. Now this is why we came here, the step ladder. The step ladder will allow us to cross gaps. It'll allow us to basically, you know, take shortcuts. Very good item to have. Let's get out of here. And I'll show you exactly like why it's a good item. It'll also help us get through the level because we could not advance without it. So now, look, we could just go across this way, that way, the other way. Go up here. I think I didn't even need to go this way. Yeah, those giant blobs would turn into those things. 2 of those. There's the map. Yeah, that was the wrong way to go. See, we can't go down. That's the only disadvantage of this step ladder. Alright, we'll go across here. Open this, go through here. More of these things. Just want to defeat them out of curiosity just to see what's there. I think it's time to use the red potion. Just because I don't feel like redoing the entire level. So this is very good. Maybe we can get back and forth quicker. And we'll take out that last bat. See what this net doesn't give us anything. Okay, so we'll go across here. And all we have to do is go around this area. We'll get that map. There we go. So now we've seen that we've gotten pretty much most of it. Now, there is another secret here. What we're going to do is we're going to blast this wall there, and we're going to go into the eye of the dungeon, kind of. And there's some rupees for us. So, I want you to remember that, because a lot of times you end up in a dungeon and there's something like that. There'll be an eye, and you'll have to like go and you know, blast it to find a secret. Sometimes they even hide the way to get to the end of the level through it, which is pretty wild. And I'll show you examples of that later. It's another one of these. Now he's not even the main boss, he's just like a side character, basically. There we go. Take him out, we'll go up here. Walk into the waterfall, that's what we did. Your old news, man. We figured that out already. We are almost through this level. A lot of like really crazy things that happen in this game. Like, this game was pretty wild with like the secrets, because it had things in it that if you didn't pay attention, you wouldn't know where to look or what to do and whatnot. This, we had to take the L on that. We had to like actually get hit there, because they were not going to let us through. And I don't think that there is any secrets over here. There isn't. We're going to walk through these, and then we're going to walk through those. Oh, I hate this. Look at this. Got to get through these guys now so that we could open this door. Either the door will open because we defeated them all, or the door will open because we're going to have to, you know, like push a block or something. Yeah, it's a block push. Okay. There we go. And now, let's see, just in case, I'm going to take this potion. There we go. Fill her up. Oh, I remember the boss that's coming up here. This is a Gleeok. The Gleeoks have multiple heads. This one apparently has two, which is nice, because we'll just defeat him. There we go. His Gleeok's head goes flying around, and each head that you defeat will do that. Like, if you find one that has like 8 heads or something, you're going to have to contend with 7 heads flying around while you fight the last head. So here we go, our 4th piece of the Triforce. We're looking good. We're doing great. And now we're ready for the 5th level. And that Triforce is looking sweet. Filling up. You of course need the Triforce in order to defeat Ganon. This is the Triforce of Wisdom. You see how I left that one guy there, and like we just had an entire adventure. Same thing with this guy. We had an entire adventure. He'd just stay there. He's the only guy. We went through the dungeon. Nothing happened. Now those guys that I defeated there, they're gonna come back. Now the whole gang is gonna come back later on. So here we go. Walk through here. Now what I'm doing is I'm walking around the edge of the map, and that's because as we go to level 5 we are going to go and just get a hold of like all these different things that are strewn about the map that we could use, and I'll show you what I mean by that. I'll just leave him there for now. Keep going this way. When I first got this game, I was blowing up everything. I was lighting everything on fire. I was trying to find secrets everywhere. I used to do like little hand-drawn maps when I was in class, or like, you know, 4 people in class. And I would I would sell them maps for this game. Now, as you saw, I used the step ladder. I just crossed that little area so that way I could get that heart. So there we go. We have another one. So we're looking good. We have crazy amounts of life. And now we're going to use the raft to get up here. There we go. And we're going to have another heart. Because again, you don't want to use the medicine. You want the hearts. Every time you find these guys, if you don't take the hearts, you will not have an opportunity to completely fill your heart bar. So just keep that in mind. So here we go. We are almost done. We're almost out of here. We are almost to level 5. And level 5 is going to be that spot that had the rocks that I showed you, where you had to go and you had to go up 5 times. And before we do, oh, I thought that there was going to be like one of the women that sold the medicine there. We'll get it though. So here we go. So like I said, we're going to go up that thing, the next one over. Secret is in the tree at the dead end. We already found that. Alright, so yep, we're going to go up here 5 times, and we'll hit level 5. And that'll be it for this video. Join me in part 2, which I'll have up as soon as possible, so that we could go from level 5 all the way to level 9, and complete The Legend of Zelda.